Dobry wieczór wszystkim. I hope you're all doing well today. I'm Mysticle and I'll be bringing you the latest in AR and VR news. Quite a bit has actually managed to happen since the last VR news video that we had, so as usual, you've got chapters down below to skip to any specific part of this video that you might be most interested in, unless YouTube removes them again, temporarily. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So, the first piece of news that we have today is actually really big. Very soon, you might actually be able to play PCVR games on your Quest without a VR-ready gaming PC. This will be achieved through cloud gaming. I'm not sure how many of you guys remember, but a while ago, Avalanche leaked, which seemed to be Meta's internal codename for a program that they had that would allow cloud gaming on Quest, allowing basically anyone to play PCVR content on their device as long as they're connected to Wi-Fi. This was never available to the public, and it was literally just that, a leak. Recently, while streaming, GamerGen seems to have found a hidden experimental setting that wasn't actually supposed to be there, but it was shown to him for some reason for Avalanche. Clicking on it, we can see him actually having the ability to play Lone Echo, a PCVR title, right there on his Quest. Of course, actually trying to do it results in an error, because Avalanche isn't yet supposed to be available. But this could potentially mean that Meta is slowly testing out Avalanche, and it will be available to the end user in the near future. It could not be the near future as well, though. We're not entirely sure. Either way, though, really cool. I'm all in for wireless PCVR, especially cloud gaming. You guys might know I've tried a bunch of different VR cloud gaming services in the past, and I was actually incredibly impressed with them, and how you didn't need super fast internet in order to actually be able to use them. And it would certainly bring wireless PCVR to the masses, which is really, really cool, because a lot of people buy these standalone headsets because they don't have a VR-ready gaming PC, but they would love to try some games like Half-Life Alyx, etc., etc. Really cool. Can't wait to see it. I wonder if it's going to be subscription-based or if it's just going to be something that's available once you buy a Quest. Next piece of news is on Meta Horizon, as Horizon is apparently finally coming to every country that is supported by Quest. In case you guys don't know for whatever reason, Meta Horizon, which is like Meta's version of VR chat, hasn't actually been available to everyone since the very beginning. As a matter of fact, at the very beginning it was an invite-only program. Even now when it's not an invite-only program anymore, it's still not available in every country. Well, now it will be. Well, at least in every country that the Quest is officially supported in. Meta today announced that it's starting to roll out this week Horizon Worlds to people in all Meta Quest markets in supported languages, so that people can connect with each other around the globe. So in case you guys are waiting on Horizon Worlds to arrive in your country, hopefully you'll be able to join in and have some fun this week. Meta has also apparently partnered up with Live. Meta actually had the ability to do mixed reality on Quest, however, not many people were using it. Well, now Meta is ditching that and instead partnering up with Live for mixed reality capture on Quest. In case you guys don't know, Live is actually software meant for PC VR to capture mixed reality. It's very, very popular, and it's probably the main one everyone that uses PC VR uses. Live describes this deal as a multi-year partnership with Meta to bring Live's mixed reality capture and virtual camera solutions to developers publishing on MetaQuest, and soon also creators who wish to use those features in MetaQuest and Rift apps. To boot, Live is today releasing in beta its new SDK version 2.0 for Unity-based apps which support Meta's Presence platform capabilities, such as hand tracking, pass-through, spatial anchors, etc. The studio says that later this year, a beta release of SDK 2.0 for similar Unreal-based apps will also arrive, with official release of both Unity and Unreal versions coming sometime in Q4 2024. Although a headlining feature, Live isn't just a mixed reality capture tool. It also specializes in avatar solutions for VTubing and allows streamers to monitor chats, alerts, and notifications in VR. Notably, to create mixed reality videos like the one seen going above me right now, you'll need a PC with supported external camera, and of course, the free PC app itself. Can't wait to see what people do with this. Hopefully, it will actually allow us to capture third-party floating cameras inside Quest. I know this would be incredibly difficult to do and probably strain the processor inside the Quest quite a bit, so I'm not sure whether it's going to happen, but it would be really cool if we could stream something like this to, say, a computer and capture it on PC instead. Either way, can't wait to see what mixed reality videos come out using this once it's fully realized. The Quest Pro 2 might actually be using variofocal lenses, and this is a big might. This comes from a firmware leak that was of course found by Simulia and Anagan79, who is the developer of Quest Games Optimizer, and then it was shared more widely on Twitter by Luna. As we can see in the text, we have debug Oculus enable variofocal, debug Oculus enable variofocal type, debug.oculus.variofocal type equals %D. Variofocal is something we've heard about quite a bit. It's a feature of a headset that physically moves the lenses in order to give you focus on an object. And nowadays, variofocal can actually work without any moving parts whatsoever as well, by having electronic liquid crystal lenses. This is something that Facebook has actually shown off before, and it's something that is also more expensive, but therefore could appear inside a pro version of a device. It would certainly help with focusing on objects and making things more clear, and sounds like a pro feature. So these strings could be relating to that, or of course they could just be relating to Meta testing things internally and leaving them inside firmware. Either way though, nice to be able to see it. Now onto some V67 facts from Luna on Twitter. Also, Meta Quest Remote Desktop is getting audio streaming in an upcoming update. Don't ask me how I know. So in case you guys are using Remote Desktop from Meta to connect to your computer, you will soon have audio streaming. And V67 apparently has some strings relating to codec avatars. Originally, Luna thought that these might be strings relating to making face tracking better on the Quest Pro, but no, these strings actually weren't in reference to improving face tracking performance. MetaQuest OS V67 PTC Codec Avatar Calibration expressions. Bite_lip, eyes_closed, hide_lips, mouth_open, neutral, wide_eyes. There are also 2 texture files, HI5 and uncalibrated. Could this mean that we might be getting codec avatars in the near future? I'm not entirely certain about that one. But it could mean that, you know, with variofocal also being inside the strings, this could be something that Meta is working on for the Quest Pro 2, which is supposedly going to be way out into the future now. But still, it could be something they've left in the firmware. Would I love this to appear on our current devices? Yes. Do I actually think it's going to happen? I don't know about that one. The Quest 2 is now out of stock, perhaps leading up to the fact that, well, Meta is planning to release a new headset. You know, Meta Connect is coming up, and we are all thinking that they're going to announce the Quest 3S during Meta Connect, unless they troll us again and don't announce anything. But that's highly unlikely considering the amount of leaks we have on this thing. And with Meta consistently bringing down the price of the Quest 2, well, this was bound to happen. It seems to be that it's not out of stock just on the Meta Store, but also on Amazon, Best Buy, Target, and Walmart. While the Quest 2 remains in stock in most other supported countries, the US is Meta's biggest market, and this news suggests the headset could be in its final weeks of sale. Now, on other news, we seem to have the Chinese Vision Pro clone. I was wondering when this was finally going to come out. I mean, it was bound to happen. And while this isn't as much of a clone, really, actually, I shouldn't be calling it a clone. It's more of a, let's just say it was inspired. It's actually not bad spec-wise. Of course, specs aren't everything in a VR headset. If you want a standalone VR headset, you're also going to require something like, say, Horizon OS or a good operating system in order to be able to run games, etc. Play for Dreams' latest headset is a blatant Apple Vision Pro clone, but with a Quest Pro style rear battery and tracked controllers. The XR2 Gen 2 chipset, Qualcomm's most powerful XR chip yet, is paired with 16 gigabytes of LPDDR5X RAM and either 512 or 1 terabyte of UFS 3.1 storage, depending on the model you buy. This thing is really packed with specs. The headset features dual 3840 by 3552 micro OLED displays from BOE, higher resolution than Vision Pro's Sony panels, with a refresh rate of 90 Hz and 92% DCI P3 color gamut, the same as the Vision Pro. Its pancake lenses offer a claimed field of view of 103 degrees, and the headset has eye tracking for automatic IPD adjustment and foveated rendering. In addition to eye tracking, the headset features high-resolution color pass-through with a claimed latency of 14 milliseconds, a depth sensor, hand tracking, and Touch Plus-like ringless tracked controllers. Yes, this one actually has controllers. The headset's total weight is exactly the same as Vision Pro, but the weight distribution is likely going to be a lot better here because of that back-placed battery. The battery at the rear of the strap can power the headset for just over an hour. And then included tethered external battery adds 2.5 hours for a total of 3.5 hours of usage. That's actually quite a bit better. All in all, Play for Dreams MR specifications and design are what we may have expected from the reportedly cancelled 2024 Quest Pro 2. Meta is now working on a way out into the future successor instead. It runs Play for Dream's own Android-based platform, and also supports SteamVR streaming via your home Wi-Fi network, similar to Virtual Desktop, Steam Link, or AirLink on Quest. As we mentioned, the software is going to be very, very important here. This headset has seriously surprised me with its specifications. I mean, it seems absolutely brilliant. Those micro OLED panels, 16 gigs of RAM. But unfortunately, I feel like if it doesn't have the software, and if it doesn't have the titles coming to it, most people are going to be using this for PCVR streaming, which means that it won't need that RAM or that crazy storage if you do end up buying it. So apparently price-wise, this thing will be priced at around $2,000, which seems like a lot, but if you compare it to some other headsets out there with similar-ish specs, it's actually not that bad, especially since this thing has everything you need. You don't need to buy extra base stations, you don't need to buy extra controllers. Hopefully, and I am seriously hopeful here, that this thing does end up maybe adopting Horizon platform in the future as like with an update, even though that is just like big doubt right there. But who knows, it might happen, because otherwise I just don't see this getting as many titles as Quest inside their store. But let me know your opinions down below. The Quest 3 seems to have sold at least 1 million units. Over 1 million people have completed the Quest 3 Mixed Reality Introduction Experience First Encounters. First Encounters is actually the experience that starts off when you first set up a Quest 3, introducing you to the device. And software developer David Bigelow has been diligently tracking the leaderboard for First Encounters, because in the MetaQuest smartphone app, it shows you how many other participants there are, i.e. how many other people have completed Quest 3's introduction. That participant count has now surpassed over 1 million users. So in case you guys are interested in stats, there you go. I mean, that is one smart way to track the amount of users actually buying and setting up the device. Now, I wonder how many of those are like resells. So say somebody sold a device and doesn't have that device anymore and someone else is setting it up again, or how many of those are new people going into First Encounters on the same device on multi-users and completing it there. Either way though, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. If you guys like this one, please do leave a like. If you disliked it, I guess this one works too, but let me know why down below. If you guys are not yet part of our community, check out our Discord and Reddit down below where I want to see you posting your spice memes. And thank you so much to the Patreon supporting this channel, and thank you to anyone else supporting the channel in any way, shape, or form as well. You guys are what makes this possible. Seriously, you're amazing. Much love. As usual, if you want to be notified for Twitch content coming up on the channel, make sure to smack that subscribe button with your head, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace. Let's go. Basti has V67.